Hi guys, it's me, Ty here, with more money saving tips in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Um, just the other day I was visiting with a local Cambodian guy and then a few of the expats around here. And I went to Aeon Mall there because I wanted to check out, what the price of a brand new cell phone is and like a brand new computer, because my 16 gigabyte cell phone here, it's been on the fritz and not working so great, so I don't know when it's going to give up its ghost. And I was expecting prices like Thailand when I used to go to school there, because I remember I didn't really price out like the cell phones at that time because I already had a brand new cell phone, but I did price out a brand new laptop computer in Bangkok, and the cheapest one I could find was 1,500, just ridiculous. And at that time at Walmart in the United States, my mom had just paid $335 for a 6 gigabyte like 15.4 15.6 inch screen Windows laptop. So I was kind of expecting to be like that here in Cambodia. I went to the mall and I didn't see any, like Aeon Mall, the big one, and I did not see any laptops for sale. They have lots of cell phone shops throughout the big malls like that, and they had a lot of phones for like $129 for Android ones, but they only had like 8 gigabytes of data, or of storage. So just they wouldn't work for me, because I've had the old 8 gigabyte smartphones, and you could only record like 3.5 minutes of video, and then your storage was completely full. So I've been pretty happy with this phone I have now. This one's a 16 gigabyte storage, and I've recorded up to 27 30 minutes, but any more than that it starts acting weird. It just used up so much memory. So I talked to one of the local guys here. He's from Canada, Toronto, and he's been teaching English here for 8 or 9 years now, and he said he just paid $70 for a brand new phone here in Phnom Penh. And I was like, where'd you find that? And he's like, oh, I went to just a normal smart shop, they call them. They're all over the city, and I searched all around at those, and most of them just had like Huawei or whatever, that expensive Chinese one that's supposed to be the competitor for Apple. And then they also had Samsungs, and every Samsung I've ever had in life, it's been junk. I've always had to throw it away. It had some issue, like the volume wouldn't work, so like the people on the other end of the phone, they could hear me, but I couldn't hear them. So I will never spend money on a Samsung. So I talked to the guy that was selling the Huawei whatever cell phones here in town, and I was like, where can I buy a Vizio, Vizio, because that's what that foreigner had, for $70. And he's like, oh, go over by Soria Shopping Center. It's over by Riverside. It's the big mall over there. And he's like, all around there's little cell phone shops everywhere. So sure as heck I went over there, and the first one I came to, they had a brand new cell phone for $50, and that one's only 16 gigabytes of storage, just like this one here. If you wanted like the 32 gigabyte of storage or 64 gigabyte storage, those you were looking at like $79 or $89, so not bad at all. And then you're looking at like $150 for like the 128 gigabytes of storage cell phones. So then one of the cell phone stores there, the guy spoke perfect English, and I asked that Khmer guy that was a salesman, I was like, you obviously weren't born in Cambodia or anything, you speak just like an American. He's like, actually, he's like, I was born here in Cambodia, and I when I was 18 I moved to Toronto, Canada, to go for his bachelor's degree, and he ended up staying in Toronto for 10 years. So he got really good at the English language, and then he came back here to work with mom and dad here at their cell phone shop. And I asked him, I was like, by the way, I was like, where can I buy a brand new laptop computer? Because I was like, I will not buy a used cell phone or a used computer. And he's like, actually, I can order those in for you here. And I told him, well, I always like to have a Windows model, like an H&P or something like that, that has at least 6 gigabytes of storage on it, and can and it has like a 15.4-inch screen, because I use it as a TV. I don't like care for watching movies on my cell phone or anything like that. And he went in, he looked them up, and he's like, actually, it's over here. He's like, over here, there, you can get Dell and H&P, just like most of the college students use in the U.S. But he's like, you can also get the Asus or Asus, whatever you want to call it. And I forgot what the other one is that he said. But yeah, he found me one for like $430 or like $439, something like that. Really affordable, because, you know, back in like 2015, I paid $335 for my 6 gigabyte laptop computer. And then right during the pandemic here, right after the pandemic, I went to Walmart and they upped the price on all of those to $600. So just now that the pandemic's kind of been over for a little bit longer, maybe they've come down, but that's what they were, and just super expensive. So I found one cheaper than that. So I told him, I was like, my computer's pretty much brand new, but I was like, I'll definitely be having you order me one when that one does fail. And then the other money saving around here, the locals, I know that most of them have these big blue water jugs. They look like they're about 5 gallons of water they hold, and they have a little spigot at the bottom of them. And for mine, I paid $6 for it at one of the corner shops. Like every couple blocks, there'll be one of these little street vendors. They'll have these big blue jugs sitting outside, and they charge you $6 for them. Is what you pay for that jug up front and it's full of water. And then every time you want to refill it, they charge you 5,000 riel. And I told this guy that, and he's this foreigner, and he's been in Cambodia for a while, and he's like, we actually have the water dispenser machines around town, just like Thailand has over there. Where Thailand, you drop in, you know, whatever, 1 baht or 10 baht, and it spits out a certain amount of water to fill up your water bottles and stuff like that. And he said this one here, it's he puts in your real notes to come in 100, 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and he said these bigger water jugs, like this one here that I have, these usually cost like 60 cents or whatever. Like this one here was 2,300 at the store. He said that he can refill 2 of these when he sticks in a 500 riel note. So I don't know if it pays it for me or not. I mean, taking that giant water jug there, that one water dispenser is a long ways away from my house. You'd almost want a motorbike or whatever. So still think I'm going to continue just having them exchange out my big water jug for 5,000 riel, and it's all wrapped in plastic and everything, just because I don't have a motorbike. And I'm not sure what is the cheaper route on that. I guess I'd have to actually measure how many of these would go in there, and I don't feel like taking that risk right now. So that's that on that. But he just said it's just weird in Phnom Penh that they only have like one of those water dispensers in our freaking neighborhood, and he's never seen any other around the city. And then the other money saving advice I got from a Khmer man. I was sitting out here on Riverfront just relaxing in the evenings like I always do, and he comes down and sits with me, and he's like, yeah, I'm originally from the province, but he's like, I've been working here in Phnom Penh for 2 years, and he's like, he asked how much I'm paying for rent, and I was like, well, I'm at a guest house and I'm paying $125 a month, and I was like, it's kind of nice. I don't have to worry about paying electricity, don't have to pay for running water in there. All I gotta do is buy my food and buy my drinking water, and that's all the expenses I have. And so I was like, for me here, I'm thinking it's costing right around $500, because I pay $125 in rent. I spend $2 a meal, so that's $6 for the day, plus I drink a lot of water, so I just call it $10 a day, because I got to include all that drinking water. And then I just did that visa extension here, so that was $200 for 6 months, so that's about $34 a month there. And then of course your toothpaste, and you run out of shampoo, and sunscreen, you gotta buy some of that, all those little things. So I figure right about $500 is what it costs for me to live here in Phnom Penh. And he's like, man, you're spending a lot of money. And I was like, what, are you kidding? I was like, I've seen apartments, I was like, on Khmer 24 website for like $115. They're all furnished and everything, and they have free motorbike parking, and And I don't remember if they had Wi-Fi. They might have had Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi with it. I don't remember, but he's like, actually, he's like, I pay $20 a month for his rent, and he's like, I get my own room, and it's furnished. It's got a bed in it, and it comes with a pillow too, and no air conditioning, no refrigerator in it. And he's like, that's Khmer price. He's like, a foreigner, they probably charge you more money than that. But I mean, this is cheaper than Siem Reap, where Dave does Cambodia YouTube channel. You know, he pays $40 a month in Siem Reap. A lot of guys pay $70 a month for a nice apartment in Siem Reap. But Dave Cambodia was talking about moving into a $30 a month apartment to save a little bit of money, you know. So that, like I said, this guy's doing just awesome here. So and then he said his water, I thought he said he pays like the running water was probably like $6 a month or something, and then his electricity is only like $10 a month. And I was like, how the heck do you get your electricity that low? And he's like, well, I don't have an air conditioner and I don't have a refrigerator, because that'll suck it all down. He's like, I just use a fan in there. It uses 1/100th of the electricity. And he said every morning, he works at his sister's shop. She rents a shop around here and sells just like little trinkets. She's paying $150 a month rent on that place. She said he has quite a ways from Riverside though. So that's what he's doing for a living, is working with her, helping her there anyways. And it's like, well, what do you do for your packing your lunch there every day? Yeah, I was like, do you have to buy ice or whatever to put in like a lunchbox or whatever, like we do in the US? Any construction workers, you know, anything like that? And he's like, actually no, he's like, every morning he's like, I go ahead and I cook up, you know, some rice. I cook up a little bit of chicken, and that's $1.50 he pays at the little markets around here. It's just for a little bit, and something like a price right around there too for just a little bit of veggies, just to mix it all into that rice and give it some taste. And he's like, I eat that for breakfast, and plus eggs too. He'll cook eggs. And he's like, for his lunchbox, he's like, I don't put any ice in it. He's like, I just throw it in a box and take it with me. And he's like, it doesn't spoil in the 4 hours until my dinner break. And he said any leftover meat or any food like that in the house, he actually bought like a plastic tote container, and he just dumps a bunch of ice in there, and that's how he keeps all of his food fresh in there. And then when he gets home for the night, he does it all over again, cooks a big meal for supper and a little bit of food for breakfast or whatever, and just kind of all space it out. It's he's definitely busy trying to save money. But yeah, he said that, and plus his gas for his motorbike, he said he only spends $10 on gas for the entire month commuting to work each day. And he says motorbike did cost him $1,000 though. It's a nicer one now, but his original motorbike here in Phnom Penh was only $200. So and he said he also manages to save money, because he's like, here in Phnom Penh or Cambodia, he's like, the average Cambodian makes $200 to $250 a month. He's like, some of them can squeeze out $300, but he's like, that's really pushing it. He's like, it's not like Thailand, where Thailand's wages are probably more like $400 to $450 a month for the average Thai person. So there. And then also that expat that bought that $70 cell phone. He's been an English teacher here for 8 years. He said he actually rents an apartment way down by Naga World. It's a little bit past the end of Riverside Park here, and he said he's paying $300 a month. And it has an air conditioner, but he said he's actually never used it in his life. He just uses a fan. But he does have a big full-size refrigerator in there, you know, whatever the 5-foot, 5.5-foot refrigerator. And he said his electricity bill is that $40 to $47 a month. And I kind of heard that, you know, for people living around here, they said that, you know, if you just run your AC at night, you'll be paying about that $47, $50 a month, and then just run a fan during the day. So I'm assuming that this guy, since he doesn't use AC, that big air conditioner or that big refrigerator must just really suck down the electricity. So I'd probably buy a smaller refrigerator, but this all came with it. This is a fully furnished apartment too. But it's like, I'm within walking distance of Riverside, and you know, this is the desirable part of town. I know so many foreigners live in Russian market, but I checked out Russian market, and that market is so damn expensive. I will not buy anything there. I will go to Soria Shopping Center and Mr. DIY or Aeon Mall here, closer to Riverside. It's just, everything's just way more affordable. So yeah, other than that, I guess I can give you a little update on my job hunt here. You know, it's been about almost close to a month here. I just got called up by one of the language centers, and they called me in, and it was just a kind of quick interview. They didn't discuss salary, and then tomorrow they are going to have me come in and teach a class, a group. They didn't say if it's going to be adults or school children yet, but I got to prepare a lesson plan tonight. He's going to tell me what it's all about later on. He's going to text me later on tonight. I got to prepare materials and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully I get the job, and hopefully the salary is good that I'll accept the job and everything. So yeah, wish me luck on that, you guys, because I'd really rather work for an international school where you're on salary, because I'm guessing a language center, it's going to be like you come in for 2 hours, you have like 2 hours off, come in for 2 hours, 2 hours off, have 4 hours off, come in later on until like 10:30 or midnight to teach business. The tuk-tuk rides are just going to freaking kill me. So I'll see if it's even worth me accepting this job, if they offer it to me or not. Like I said, I'd much rather be working for an international school where you just pay for your tuk-tuk ride to get there, and you're there all day, and you get paid for that entire day, whether you're a teacher or not, because you might have, you know, an off period to work on lesson planning and all that. So all right, if you guys like this content, like and subscribe, and I will just keep kicking out more of this content for you guys from my permanent home here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. So all right, take care, you guys.